Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of Root Letter. So where we last left off was we basically went to eat lunch in the game, talked to them, and then they gave us clues on where to go next, and we ended up here in Masukoshi, I think is the name. I've forgotten it because I was like, I just haven't said it too much times or seen it too many times, so I might forgotten how it's pronounced. And then we're meeting the Oba-chan, the auntie who owns the place probably, and see what she has to say about what we are looking for, which is more of Aya stuff technically, but yeah. What kind of high school students come to this place?
お腹を空かせた男の子が多いでね。学校帰りによく寄ってごすに。あげあげ。こないだは野球部の監督さんが部員全員連れてきなったよ。試合で勝ったけ、祝勝会だと。
That sounds sweaty. What is this line? I think it would have been better to just say, like, interesting, rather, but it didn't need to say it sounds sweaty. I want to hear more about Aya, not this guy. No, I don't think I have any... I don't know. I don't think there's anything I can give her besides the picture of, this guy. Picture of a speed eating record. I used my phone to take a pic of this thing, that they had up in Kamiarion. It says Matsuya Watanabe, Matsue Oba High School, speed eating record, Yamato no Orochi Soba, 5 bowls. Let's show the picture. Really? I don't think she would remember the names from like 15 years ago, but we'll see. Okay, no, we don't even get to ask that. Let's think, I guess. I should try gathering information. Do I just keep asking her the same thing? I already know this. I want to hear about Aya. Oh, I see. Let's give her a picture of Aya. That's what it is. It's a photo from 15 years ago, but do you recognize this girl? Shows Aya's picture. Do you recognize her though?
ごめんなさい。わからんわ。
Every time when they zoom in to the top of their face, like they just only show their lips to their like chest area. It's just like, why? Why are we making it look so creepy? Oh, so that's it. Or okay. Another dead end. I'm getting discouraged.
この子、あなたの娘ですかね?
She your daughter? Yeah, she's my pen pal from 15 years ago.
15年前ね。その年は確か。
Was there something?
いとこが結婚した年だわ。
Leads us on just to like hit us hard. Well, that was nothing to do with Aya. Was there any sort of incident that year?
当然事件だね。
I mean, the house on fire would be one of the incidents. Like an incident where a high school student was arrested for murder.
3事件はないでね。
It could also be something like attempted murder. Was there any incident where a girl in high school was arrested?
ちゃん物騒な事件はあません。
Yeah, I don't know why you asked for the most ridiculous thing. Why did you just go into the... I don't know. I don't like the fact that the character presumes this one thing and leads it on. And then, like, I bet you anything that this character, my character, will eventually lose interest in the fact that it might be murder. Then he goes off to a different trail of something else. And I'm just like, why? Why are we like this? Why are we taking ourselves like this? No one knows. This could be something big.
あんた何を調べちゃうかね?
I'm just looking for my pen pal. Someone who knows Matsue. Do you know anyone who might have a lot of information about the Matsue area?
おなら、遊覧船白鳥号のキャプテンだわ。あのさん特に高校生の情報に詳しいでね。
Oh, the SS1? Arigato. I'll have to go see him. It's still kind of unclear, but oh well. I'll try the tour boat boarding area. Alright, let's move it, I guess. Marukoshi, goodbye. The SS1. Huh. So it's by the river, it looks like. Oh, such a cute... Oh, it's the cat character that we've seen at the beginning of the game, I guess. Or not the very beginning, but like near the beginning, I guess. Hakucho ni. Yeah, I'm looking at the hiragana at the very top of the boat, next to the number. There are 20 or so passengers lined up at the boarding area. The SS1 is a long, flat tour boat. There's a painting of Shimaneko on its white hull. I wonder who's the captain. That's when I notice a man with a white beard wearing a captain's hat. Totally looks like one of the true captain. Like the one true captain. Yeah, that guy, he just needs a shirt that says, I'm the captain. It's just the hat isn't enough already at that point. I'm trying to think what was the meme that I remember. It was like the guy was like taking the boat from Tom Hanks, I think it was. And he's like, look at me. I'm the captain now. And that kind of thing. Excuse me, Semimasen, you must be the captain.
私がキャプテンだが、何かな?
I heard you know a lot about Matsue. Could I ask you a few questions? Matsue info.
もう出港の時間だ。話は船で聞こ
う。Really? We're gonna be forced on the ship? The captain boards the SS1. The SS1 is a tour boat that operates on Lake Shinji. If I get on, I won't be able to come back for at least an hour. Well, I do want to hear what the captain has to say. I board the SS1. Oh yeah, I didn't even get to check the area. Shoot, my fault. There are chairs set up on the rear deck and several passengers are sitting down. There are tatami mats lining the inside rooms. It's like the houseboat. The captain is seated up front at the helm and is preparing to set sail. Doesn't look like a good time to chat. Once the SS1 sets sail, an audio guide for the Lake Shinji cruise starts to play. Captain, got a little time to talk?
航行中は雑談しない主義なんだ。
Why'd I get on this boat anyways? Why did I get on this boat again? This guy just said he was gonna talk more in the boat, but then he's like, oh, I don't chit chat while I'm sailing. I was like, what? Didn't you say we could talk on the ship?
後にしてくれ。
Oh, come on. Well then, I better leave it be for now.
旅に来たなら、その時間を楽しみなさい。
Guess I just have to wait until this little cruise is over with. The boat glides across the lake's tranquil surface at a leisurely pace. Unlike oceans or rivers, lake cruises sure are peaceful. You can relax and enjoy the scenery. It's actually pretty nice. The only places that I've seen or been through for the cruise has been like, it's kind of depressing, but the only cruise I remember seeing is like the Disneyland cruises. I mean, they're not bad. It's just like there's not a lot of lakes, I guess, that I've visited with a cruise that is available right there and then. But even then, I remember like there's some cases where some cruise ships aren't safe because they weren't like, I'm trying to think, like they aren't probably like readily prepared for some certain like stuff sometimes. But I mean, that's a misconception probably from my end, because I remember the news report of one of the storms coming into some sort of lake, and there was like a family doing a little cruise even though they shouldn't have, and the captain was ridiculous enough to agree on it, and then the family died. I think like parts of the family like got lost in the lake during the storm. So yeah, I don't know, it's not a great time for sometimes with that kind of thing. So anyways, let's check around. TV? It's a TV, there's nothing interesting on though. They've got brochures for Lake Shinji Cruise. I guess I'll take one. I read the Lake Shinji Cruise brochure. Brochure. The sunset of Lake Shinji is so beautiful, it has been named one of Japan's top 100. The sunset cruise lets you fully enjoy the beautiful lake as it is dyed in gold. Acquired Lake Shinji cruise brochure. Looks like we're still going to be on the water for a while. I can see the scenery outside through the window. It's very beautiful. Is that another brochure? It's an inoffensive table. What? It's an inoffensive table. Suddenly, the passengers begin to stir. Nande? Oh. The TV on the boat is showing a commercial for Lake Shinji Shijimi clams. That girl reminds me of Aya a little bit. Like, she looks like a young version of Aya. Looks like a local commercial. Little girl about 7 years old is advertising Shijimi. Shijimi clams are apparently a local specialty of Lake Shinji.
この子かわいいが
Wait, is that you, ma'am? You know, she looks... This is because of the brown hair. It just makes me confused.
佐々木ありさちゃんでしょ将来はきっと大女優よ
Arisa Sasaki? I'm
この子のお
confused.
母さんもタレントしちゃったよ
あらそうなの
Why are they all so excited? I don't even know this person that well. I'm just confused. She looks like Aya to me, though. Looks like she was... It seems like she's a famous child actress in Matsue. On the back of the page of the Lake Shinji cruise brochure is a picture of Arisa, and an advertisement that says, Usagi Theatrical Company now recruiting. The boat returns to the dock after a 45-minute trip around the Lake Shinji. The SS Swan returns to the dock. I disembarked from the SS Swan. Was there any point to riding around the lake?
クルーズはどうでしたか
Maybe it was for plot purposes, buddy. My character doesn't understand plot purpose, but it may be because they wanted to make us have a brochure and then present information about this little girl, I guess. Because that little girl might be another character that is related to our case. Who knows? It was pretty relaxing, but I didn't get a chance to talk to you.
これでいいんだよ。人が親しくなるには少しの時間が必要だ。同じ空間にいるだけでその人物がわかる。
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm just thinking about it. I'm just like... Sorry, I was just looking at the time. I don't think people would be acquainted in some spaces without having some interaction with the person directly, or at least hearing from the guy directly, but... Yeah, I guess learning about the job from his perspective might make sense, but who knows. I guess so.
私に尋ねたいことがあったんだろう。でも私が後にしてくれと言うと待ってくれた。
Oh, come
それだ
on.
けであなたの人柄がわかる。
Really? Just because I waited with him is just dictates who I am. Less like my character and more like your aura. You were giving off a major don't talk to me vibe.
あなたは愉快な人だ。
Uh-huh. Sure. The captain laughs heartedly. Gonna laugh it off, huh? Seems the right to ask about Aya now. Alright, let me check. I didn't get to check earlier when we disembarked in the boat. Hey, what's Shimaneko doing in a place like this? There's a bench. You can relax while waiting. I can see the cockpit. Cockpits are a man's romance. Sounds kind of dirty. It says swan too. Wait, what? That's what... So the Japanese way of pronouncing swan is hakucho? Hakucho? Interesting. I didn't know hakucho was actually swan. That's a first for me. Though this city's beautiful though. Yeah, the whole scenery itself is beautiful. I think that's all I can examine, I think. Yeah, I can't... It doesn't seem like there's anything to examine anyways. Alright, ask. Setting sun. About what time is sunset?
日によって違うな。白鳥号の出港時間は日没に合わせて調整しているから。
My assumption is that this guy probably does this kind of job for like many years now, so he probably knows what time of day in the year he would have to set
ホー
off.
ムページを見てみなさい。
Okay, I guess. Let's ask about Aya then. Do you know of a girl named Aya Femino?
今流行りのアイドルか何かかね。
No, nothing like that, but must be faster to show. It might be faster to show him the picture. No, it's the second one. I'll jump right in. Do you recognize this girl? I show Aya's photos to the captain. This is from 15 years ago, but
申し訳ないが力にはなれないようだ。年を取ると若い娘は同じにしか見えないのだ。
all girls look the same when you get older. I heard you're well acquainted with Matsue's high school students.
その情報は間違えているな。私が詳しいのは高校生ではなく高校野球だ。
Oh.
大ファンで島根県大会はすべて見ている。
Why don't we just catch Watanabe's freaking information and then just be prepared to battle him in a intense argument conversation? Like, we could just do that instead of just talking about Aya straight, because nobody knows her besides the people, the seven, 8 people who is mentioned on the letters, you know? There's a big difference between high school students and a high school baseball. Let's ask him about the summer tournament. Yeah, let's ask him about that. Do you remember the summer tournament 15 years ago?
決勝は松江大場高校と浜の川高校だ。あの試合だけは忘れないよ。
Wow, really? That good of a game?
試合は7対1で浜の川高校の大勝だ。大場高校はエースの乱調が響いたんだな。
Interesting. So they had an ace player in the team, but the ace player screwed up somehow for some reason. What part of that was unforgettable?
初めてホームランボールを取ったんだ。
He was in the audience all that time. And that's it?
記念だからサインまでしてもらった。
Oh my god, really? Autographs by who? One of the students? Is a ball with a high school student's autograph worth anything?
気持ちの問題だ。
It's also funny because it doesn't... I don't know, in the Japanese it says kimochi anoda, I think. Means, like, that's the feeling for me, I guess. Is what I'm hearing. Like, that's the feeling for me. But is in the English, it is to me, so...
そういえば今年は大場高校が念願の甲子園初出場するかもしれないぞ。
Maybe, because I mean Watanabe is the coach this year for the teams. Have they got a good player now or something?
投手で4番の松井一太郎という選手がいて、プロ野球のスカウトも目をつけているんだ。
Yeah, it's very common, and it's funny because I don't go to Japanese high school, and neither do I. Neither have I heard it from someone, but I've seen it in Yakuza. It's funny because I'm always going to reference Yakuza because it's like one of the bigger franchises that really does let you explore Japan to a good degree. But it is possible, and it does happen where even at middle school, like if you're good at middle school in baseball games, I don't know if they're called sponsors or the recruiters of like the famous baseball teams will eventually pick you up and try to like kind of watch over you for like from middle school to high school all the way to end of your high school to recruit you. But they will always like say you're a high prospect, and they would try to like keep up with you every year to kind of make sure to one day claim you as one of their own, as their whatever position that the person was aiming to hit. So it's kind of interesting that kind of system does exist in Japan's baseball league culture, I guess I would call it. It's interesting to see because I never thought of it like that. I don't think in America we would have that in general. We do have that for football, American football, not soccer, football, but like American football where you tackle people. Like we do have that in terms of like middle school, high school kind of recruitment stuff, and even NBA like basketball stuff, NCAA and stuff like that always happens to be there. But I don't think baseball is such a strong sport here in America. Well, it is obviously a strong sport, but it's not as popular as the other two because the other two make more money and they come in seasons that a lot more people watch than anything else, I would say, in America, that is. But I do recognize that football, like the soccer football, is more popular in like other places, and same goes for like baseball being popular in other places. But most of the sports in America, we're either the football, American football, or the basketball, or just cars. Like we even have hockey, but it's like that's also not as like crazy well known either. But we got a variety, I guess I would say. We have a variety, but the most biggest ones are just those two, basketball and American football. Anyways, a pitcher and cleanup hitter? That's the best of both worlds. They got a player like that, huh?
彼のサインが欲しいな。
Alright, so he was all in about like the thing. Oh, they changed the ordering. I have some things I want to talk about the baseball team at the Oba High School.
おお、興味を持ってくれたかね。
Well, I just need information, obviously.
今年の大場高校はすごいぞ。松井君だけじゃない。他の選手も粒揃いだ。監督の悲願が今年こそ報われるはずなんだ。
There we go, the freaking coach. The captain's so excited, I don't want to interrupt, even though it's irrelevant to my investigation. Screw off, buddy. Anything is important, because eventually you get to say the same thing to the one who you need to convince to give you information, which is the monkey. So, like, why wouldn't you use that information to help you out, buddy? Come on. I hate that main character just disregards all the information that could be necessary to help, but... Was there a player like a monkey in Oba's high school baseball team? Let me reread this. Was there a player like a monkey in Oba's baseball team 15 years ago?
覚えてないな。そうだ、思い出した。その1年前、大場高校は不祥事があって大会に出られなかったんだ。
Scandal? What kind of scandal?
2年生が他校の生徒と喧嘩したんだよ。16年前、大場高校は3年にいい選手がいたから出場していたらおそらく甲子園に出られていた。
Very fair. I mean, honestly, that actually also happens where if one of the teammates of the team does anything like against the law, they're immediately disqualified from the tournament. And so I mean, it's good that the community and culture of baseball wants to keep everybody clean and avoiding like drama from each other, and it's really cool to see that they really do kind of like put off teams. But I think at the same time, those teams usually have a choice to either say like that person is no longer with us for the team, like they're disqualified from the games in our team, but we'll continue as a team on our own. But usually I think that's not the case. I think that if one person screws it up, the whole school screws it up with the one case of the person. But who knows? So they directed all that frustration into winning the following year, huh?
エースが利き腕の右腕を痛めながらも決勝まで上がってきたのに残念だったな。
Oh, maybe Watanabe lost his right arm during a previous game, or somebody happened to hurt his arm. I learned a lot about the baseball team from back then, but I still don't know who Monkey is. How dare you? No use asking any more questions. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Maybe we can chat again sometime.
Ah.
How dare you not remember? I hate this. I hate this character. I hate my main character. Why don't you recognize that Watanabe is the literal monkey? Bullcrap, this guy. This main character reminds us bullcrap. The captain walks away. Oh no, I don't need to check. Sorry, I'm just looking in the back of me, just wondering like if I saw some movement behind me. Alright, let me save and then yeah, let me save and then I still need to think of what we need to do next, isn't it? Nothing there. Think, maybe? Come to think of it, IS letter said that Oba High School got to the finals in the high school baseball team. Monkey must have been on that team. Where would I go for newspapers? Oh, the library. Okay. I freaking hate that we had to go back to the library, even though we know who it is. Like, literally, it's so well written, like, clear as day, that it's literally Watanabe. Like, seriously. Central Library, here we go. We'll probably meet a character here, probably, eventually. I bet. If I look up the high school baseball records from 15 years ago, I might find something that'll lead me to Monkey. I hate that he keeps calling it Monkey as well. That's the worst part of it. Like, I think these characters have names, and then associating them with that name from Aya is, like, really not putting the player character to a much more serious, like, tone. Instead, they're trying to make it look like a joke of a set of characters that you can only reference to, but at the same time, it makes the main character look a little bit petty, just thinking that he is, like, some smart ass, like, trying to prove that he's, like, he knows it all. But that's where I really am kind of so disconnected from my main character that I'm just like, why do I would be glad if this main character dies. I wouldn't even care to begin with, because he hasn't shown any sympathy, and he hasn't shown any, like, normalcy in this conversation. He just seems a little bit very, like, evil in a weird way. Maybe that's the case. Maybe the point is that the player or the developers want him to be the villain, and we're just not thinking about it until, like, at the very end, where the twist is that we're the one who killed Aya. Like, our character is the one who killed Aya, and I'll be like, wow, what a twist. Because this guy's such an ass, I can kind of see that. That'd be hilarious. Anyways, I'm in the periodical sections. The high school baseball prefectural tournament finals are in late July. I should look into the July newspapers from 15 years ago. I find a newspaper article. There's an article in the morning edition from July 26th. In the finals, Hamanokawa High School won against Oba High School. In her letter, Aya said Monkey played a huge part. The article lists the players' scores. From Oba High School, the fourth player seems to have done well, 3 for 4 and 1 home run, it says. The player's name was... And why is the name has a separation on E? That scared the hell out of me. Nani? I let out a cry of amazement, which draws glares from all around. Sumimasen. I apologize in a soft voice, and they look away. The player's name was Watanabe, same as the gorilla-like teacher who caught me. He must be Monkey. But this isn't enough to be sure he's Monkey. I reread the article. The only one who hit a home run in the finals was Watanabe. A home run, there's something about that. Am I supposed to... I must be pretty lonely to be talking to myself. There's no one here. What do you mean there's no one here? There's people around you, right? You said people were looking at you. I'm going to check the area for a little bit to see if there's anything new to look at. If I need to know anything about the thing, information on the desk. There's a corner for old newspapers. Some of them are really old. There are special editions lined up here. I wonder if there's features special every month. I think there's nothing much here. Okay, I think we need to think. The captain says he got the home run ball autographed. The ball should have the player's name. Come on, are we really gonna go back to talk to the captain about this? This is stupid. Dude, you don't need that much evidence to show that Watanabe is a monkey. Is the monkey character. Come on, this is such a waste. The newspaper also has a picture of the moment when Hamanokawa High School won. The overjoyed Hamanokawa players are in the foreground, with the sobbing Oba High School players behind them. That broad back looks like his. I made a copy of the newspaper article. This is him? Acquired copy of the newspaper article about the finals. I better go and see the captain. Again, really. We're really going to see the captain again. Oops. Sumimasen. Wait, no one's here. Okay, he's just making a joke at me about, like, how I'm trying to ask for help. Alright, back to the SS1. Here we go. This is ridiculous. I don't see the captain anywhere either. Bad timing, I guess. I guess the timetable in the waiting room... sorry. I checked the timetable in the waiting room, but there's still about an hour until the next departure. He might be in the back for... He might not be back for a while. I hope he'll show me his signed ball. Just waiting around is kind of boring. What should I do? I don't know. Oh, I know what to do. In the episode, okay, I'm looking at the time. I was like, oh, we're out of time here. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We got through a lot, I would say. Like, I'd say we got through a lot of story to whatever it is here. So far, I think that we're getting pretty much like further and further into this episode or into this chapter, and we're getting enough information to figure out what's going on here and there. But I still don't like the fact that our like character is just like such a weirdo and such an asshole to everybody around him. But it's like at the same time he just kind of acts kind of like douchey, and it's like it bothers me, and I'm just like don't know why it's not like at the beginning it was kind of like naive. Like I understand that. Like, the character acts kind of naive, but to some degree, it started becoming less naive and becoming more rude and annoying to me, that it's like, what kind of person am I playing as to be this way, kind of? Like, what kind of background history did this guy really grow up in to really just make him look like an asshole to everyone else? Or make everyone out to... make ourselves look like an asshole to everyone else? Like, why? Anyways, I mean, I'm still having fun anyways. Like, I enjoy hearing the Japanese, like, voice acting, and I do like the mystery a little bit, the vibe of the mystery. Though I do wish that there was more freedom to moving to places and finding multiple clues versus just one clue at a time linearly. But I think there's a point to it, probably, because at the end of the game, again, I did say that there was branching because I saw the achievement list, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be an importance to that, I think, to figure things out. But... otherwise, that's it for this episode. Next episode, let's see what happens then. We'll probably wait for the captain or check something out while we wait for the captain. And then hopefully we'll see what he'll have to say about the signed ball. I mean, it's already given that Watanabe is literally the guy we're looking for the monkey, but it's annoying. Anyways, otherwise, that's it for this episode. So, Roz, out.